Good evening, and welcome to the Cunning Plan. It's me, Artfather. Hi, guys, and we are once again back in Old Rock, where three of our adventurers are in prison. A trial about to ensue. Well, two trials, one related to the other, but for two different things. Mr. Is on trial for an act, of murder most foul in the square. Jojo is on trial for lying to the police and misleading them, and Sky is in the hospital, and he should be recovered soon, so hopefully we'll see him soon. The other three are busy. I believe was Wilbur and the Colonel up to? I think they were fishing and they caught a shark and a tuna.
Yeah,
right. You're right. Okay, so they need to go and sell those. But we are presently in the temple of Charlemagne, where a certain Icono is interviewing the High Priest Judas about his relationship with a certain rhetoric Starfield. And our dear friend, Mr. Icono, has just landed himself in a bit of bother. But before we go into that, let's just introduce everybody. So it's me, Artfather. Hello, everybody. It's Matt, who plays Mr. And Mr. and
the handsome one,
the Colonel. Yes.
I'm just amazed that you're saying everyone. So we're not naming our fan just by his name. We've now got more than one.
Oh yes, yeah. You just have multiple names. We're split person. Well, I have about 200 names in this game, so I'm very My name's Tim, by the way. Hello, everybody. And yes, I got the moniker of Artfather when I was working as a school teacher. There you go. I used to teach art, and the kids used to go, "You're not my father, you're my art father." There you go. Stupid bit of knowledge where that name came from. So Matt's here with Mr. And the Colonel. Ikono's here with Sky, and Neil's here with Ikono and Sky even.
Hello.
There we go. And Val's here with Wilbur and Jojo.
Hello.
Hello. So we're going to start. We're going to go to the Temple of Charlemagne, which is in the Manor Place. Sorry, let me get it right. I'm going to move us over. There we go. So we're over here in the Manor Place, and this is the Temple of Charlemagne, where Icono is being interviewed by a certain priest.
Okay.
Who has just caught our young satyr friend in a rather how can I put it? Caught him in a deception.
3 Hail Marys and shave your palms.
Absolutely. So, Icono, you stand there in front of High Priest Judas. He is tall with red robes. He looks very gaunt. He has very thin hands, pale hands with long fingernails. He seems to have what looks like a short beard underneath his cowl, and inside you can see the glint of penetrating eyes as he looks towards you.
His beard should be on his face, not in his cowl. It's a ridiculous place to keep a beard.
I love the way you just undercut the seriousness of this situation.
Yeah. So trying to reset the
Trying to build some tension.
build some tension, attempting to build some tension while Matt isn't talking. Let's go back to the story. So you're back in the room, not thinking about Mr. at all, or anyone else for that matter. And High Priest Judas looks penetratingly at you, and he says the following. Rhetoric Starfield is not a memory I wish to revisit. You will have to persuade me by your actions rather than your words, which I find ring somewhat hollow.
Right. Okay. No, that's understandable. We'll. Right. Okay. Well, what sort of actions do you mean? I'm sweet and innocent. Butter wouldn't melt.
Okay, make a deception check.
Oh, fuck's sake.
How much damage does a bolt of lightning do to the roof?
Yay! That one.
Okay. You take
Oh, no.
You take 6 points of shame damage, of psionic damage, as you suddenly feel your head starting to hurt. Your brain, like a lancing headache, reaches from your forehead down to the end of your chin, and like a scattering of pain lances through the side of your face, past your ear, like spreading like a spider web through the veins around the outside of your skull. Your eye sort of stutters closed for a second and then opens, slightly bloodshot. Never lie to me. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Revenants.
Good. You come here seeking answers, obviously to help yourself. Do not answer that. It is a rhetorical question. Oh, I hate that man. He has even polluted the word rhetorical. You can't have your own thoughts without him polluting them in some way. You need to cleanse your soul. There is a sickness in this side of the town. It is polluting many parts of the people, of the life, the way they breathe, the way they touch, the way they hold, the way they grasp, the way they try to survive. It pollutes everything. I need you to bring me some names. Names of people who mislead, betray, do not value the truth. From that list, I will find one name of one person who is the worst of all of the offenders. That person you will kidnap and bring here, and we will indoctrinate them in the ways of Charlemagne, once again purifying the city from the inside.
And who is this?
Oh no, you will bring me a list. I will see your words and your judgment through this list. And from that list, I will pick out one individual who you will then indoctrinate. Well, you will bring to me and we will indoctrinate them here. Is that understood?
Yes.
Breathe a
Yes.
word of this, and you will never hear from me, and you will never know the truth of a damned man.
Okay. Okay. No, I get that. That's fine.
Stop talking.
Okay.
Nod.
Nod.
Actions speak louder. Good. I shall expect you to return within a day with the list. Do you understand?
I nod.
Good. Well, are you still here? Off you go.
I sort of shuffle backwards, bowing as I leave the room.
Okay, just do a deception check as you bow your way out.
I'm just thinking of the marks on the lino.
11.
He just looks at you and turns away.
And then you die.
Well,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. I'll try and head back towards the docks to find the other two.
Okay. You wander down to find the two of them on the seafront. They seem to be wrestling a couple of very large fish. I don't know how much you know about fish, but they're massive. One of them's got a lot of teeth out of the sea.
Okay. Looks like your day's gone, or your morning's gone well, boys.
Yep. Yep, it is. How was yours?
Interesting. Interesting. They're the temple's not a place that I'm comfortable in, or a place probably that I should go back to.
Did they try the old go and get someone bad trick like they always do, then they cash in on the bounty? Did that to me a few times. Probably not.
No,
It's an old trick. Everyone knows that by now.
No, I was going to say no. They didn't try that. I mean, everybody knows it. I know it, and yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad about like Mrs. Mercantrude, you know, with us killing all these bloody things just so we can pay for what? So we can bleed on some sheets in her cellar.
Yeah.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but
We're not getting fed or nothing.
Her heart's in the right place.
Yeah, I noticed that. Right in the rib cage, like up a bit and a bit to the left.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that we try and cut it out.
Oh no, it's just something you get taught at college, you know. Anatomy. Anyway, what are we gonna do with this fucking fish?
Well, sell them, obviously.
Well, it's much heavier out of the water, isn't it?
Yes.
Have you had sex with the tuna?
The what now?
Oh, I heard that's what humans and things do.
Oh.
At this point, a small goblin boy wanders up to you. He seems to be carrying what looks like a stack of, well, pieces of paper under his arm, and he proffers one to you. Are you guys interested in this with this paper?
Oh yes. I'm a sucker for paper.
Okay, it's a gold coin.
Yeah, fuck off. God. God, yeah, I know.
It's got writing on it and stuff. There's news in it.
I know.
Allegedly. I don't know why.
Oh, I don't worry. We'll probably buy one and give you 5 gold and a tip.
Yeah, exactly.
He looks expectantly at you, Wilbur. Oh,
No.
hello, mister.
No, thanks.
All right.
Oh, go on, guys. That's obviously some sort of important thing because this is fate, isn't it? I mean, here we are, manhandling 2 dirty, great big decaying fish out of the ocean. And this boy happens to have along. I mean, I don't know what trade you're going to get on the beach, but I will buy one. Here you go, 1 gold piece.
Thank you very much. Ah, yeah, brilliant. He kind of bites into it just to check and puts it in his bag. He's got a big bag over his side and he plonks a coin into it. Make a perception check as he plonks the coin in.
Yep. I'll just get my character sheet up. Perception check. Oh, I'm good at that.
You can all do that if you want.
80.
Oh, actually, not bad.
Pretty good, actually. I think with that, let's see if you all notice
21.
it. Oh, bloody hell, yeah, you notice it as well. Is it going to be a full house? No.
No, of course
no,
not.
you're still thinking about what the fuck that was all about.
Yeah.
The two of you notice that when he drops the coin into this bag, it's like a leather satchel with black and white crisscross lines on it. When he drops the coin into the bag, no sound. Disappears. Thanks, guys. It's got news in it. I don't know what news is. There was this bloke around the corner. He just wanted me to sell them, but allegedly it's things about stuff that happens in the day. It's not even done with what's it called? He's not even written it. He does it with this kind of big, apple press, and he like squishes together two bits of like all these little like things, and he squishes them all together like these little blocks of Do you want to know any of this, or should I go? Because you're looking a bit bored.
Fanciful looks of a young boy and his imagination.
Wilbur is blank
Off
staring
you
at the
go.
horizon.
Oh, and I'll just, as you turn your head, I will just have your bag. Almost.
No, it's sewed onto him. He says, "Oi, get off that! It's sewed onto me."
I just want to ask a question.
onto
You
my
put,
clothes.
you put something
Stop
in.
trying to steal my bag, you weird bag.
I'm not
that
stealing your
weird man
bag.
tried to touch me. That weird
Right.
man tried to touch me.
Right, where's my dagger?
The frog.
Don't stop it. He's trying to kill me now. Hey, help me. There's a couple of people at the Little Rock Inn who sort of look up at this and start. There's a couple of guys who come over. Oi, what do you think you'll do to that boy?
He's pestering us. Yeah.
He
Let
won't
me
let go of my hand.
Let me go. Let me go. Get off my hand. Get
I
off
haven't
him.
got your hand, you
Leave him
freaking
alone.
child.
What?
You can fuck off.
Yeah, well, enjoy your newspaper. I was just trying to tell you about it. He tried to steal my bag. Walks away. All right, guys. Do you want a newspaper? What's a newspaper? Well, it's like information about what's
Okay,
going on
let's
in town. You can
fuck
get
off.
ahead of it. And he goes off.
Right, what would I need to do to pitch a stone at him? Off the
Probably
beach.
just an attack roll.
Yeah. Are you
Right.
trying to do it secretly? So you want to make a stealth check first. If you're trying to do it secretly, not obviously.
Okay.
Unless you didn't give a shit.
There's a stealth check. 18.
18. Okay. I will roll
And
for
I will do a short bow. I don't know.
yeah, that'll do.
18.
18. Okay, that will definitely hit him. But let me see if the let me roll.
Right, it was a big stone.
Let me roll a couple of views. See if they notice. 16. No, he doesn't see you. 18 stealth. The other guy who the kid's trying to sell stuff to. No. The kid himself. Oh. Kid himself is a little bit more aware. He turns his head as because he's kind of facing you as he's getting the newspaper, and you very carefully sort of sidle up and pick up a rock, and then just toss it at him. What's the 5d8 for, Matt?
Oh, it was a big rock.
D4 damage.
Oh.
Not 5d8. You do 1 point of damage. The
I'm
kid's
just gonna-
eyes open really, really wide as this stone comes sailing towards him because he sees you do it and he's like, "You gotta!" He gets knocked back on his feet. Two blokes turn around. kid-
They didn't notice where the thing came from.
No, they don't know where it came. They
I'm just
saw
walking
that
off.
he kind of pointed in a direction, but or was about to. He sort of looked in the direction and was about to say something, and then got hit in the head by a rock.
Wilbur is carrying the tuna and the reef shark.
Okay,
already.
make an athletics check for us. That's a lot of weight.
Well, it's... Yeah. Athletics. Come on. 40.
You're kind of dragging them at the moment. You're trying to get them up on your shoulder.
Oh, come on. Look, if I'll put a bit of wood underneath. That'll help it go along.
And where do you want to get the piece of food? Well, we do have a cart, but it's not here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're pimping out, aren't you? Whatever that donkey's name was. Never did
Eli.
like him.
Eli.
Oh, I didn't like him. But maybe we could acquire a cart.
Okay, let me try again.
There's one.
Hey! No.
Oh, you're rubbish at this. You're going to put something out now. Look, your eye's gone all bloodshot. Look, go on. I'll take one. You take the other. You ready?
You should take the tuna and I'll take the reef shark. We do that.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Are you up in the back? You see, so
Natural one.
hell.
That's a dislocated fucking hernia disc.
Make a D20 roll for me. 19.
Oh my god.
I'm now inside the tuna.
You've lifted it by the mouth, and it must be the last kick of its life because it just like flips up and like swallows you, and now it's your legs sort of sticking out of the mouth of the tuna. But it's upright. You're carrying it, but you're now inside. You're having to hold your breath, obviously.
You're wearing the tuna as a hat now, basically. Just feet on the ground. You want to get out? Okay, let's go. I'll pick up the shark then.
Okay. See if you actually do this. Yeah, easily. You heft the shark onto your shoulder. Somebody holds a fin each, and you guide the walking tuna fish down the street. People are looking rather put out as you're going.
And
Pull on a sinew to make one of the fins flat.
The kid wakes up and goes, that frog man threw a thing up. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? He's disappeared. Okay, you head in.
Well, son, that's a mighty fine tale you've been making up about good, innocent people. Let's take you home for a good thrashing. He gets dragged away by those two men.
Yep.
To the workhouse with you.
You walk into down the streets and head over towards Market Street. I guess you're going to the Mesquinet.
yeah.
Mesquinet, where you meet your friend. We haven't got a post-it for him. So I was looking for him on the thing. You don't seem to have a post-it for Mesquinet. I'm just looking at my notes. Sorry, guys. I like the music though. This is the music for the fish walking down the street. People are turning and looking. Yep.
I'm going down like a slow pinball.
They are holding your flippers.
Ikono is holding.
Can you do a Constitution saving throw, please?
Ikono is opening the gills of the tuna, so he can breathe inside.
Let some air in. Yes, there is a moment where the legs start to get a bit jittery, and the fish starts to convulse.
Ikono, help him!
What I'll do is I'll push as hard as I can to try and open up the cavity, and then let some air in for a bit. So for a while, the fish is going to stand still and just pulse for a bit.
He's exposing
make an
inside.
athletics check as you do that. Then
Hands coming out of the gills.
Yeah, I'll do an athletics check, and then I'm going to do it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I can't do that.
It's constricting quite badly as the fish is now.
I'm going to do a dagger attack to make a mouth hole.
You hit easily. You kind of slip your dagger out and just slice. It's really hard, but you do slice. You sort of whittle it round because you haven't got a lot of space to move as this thing gets tighter and tighter. But you do manage to break through the surface, and a jet of warm, fetid air comes through.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of more air in there now, so you're.
Oh, off we go.
Yeah, you can kind of hear him now as well.
Yeah, I'll say to Ikono, you could just help him a bit. Looks kind of heavy.
Harold looks up from the mezquinet, and his eyes grow really wide. He goes, "Oh my God, Wilbur, what have you found me today?"
Well, this seems to be a reef shark.
Yes, I can see that's a reef shark, but what is this walking shark?
It's a
Walking
just
tuna?
It's just a tuna with a frog inside because he's carrying the tuna.
Yeah.
Oh.
I will fall down when I
wasn't-
hear the talking, and then I will wriggle out the mouth.
I
Okay,
wasn't
make
strong
a
enough
acrobatics check to see if you can wriggle out.
I wasn't strong enough to carry them both.
Oh, well, this makes sense. Oh, you're kind of stuck.
I'll yank him out of the. I'll grab his legs.
Grab his leg then.
Natural 20.
Natural
Yeah.
20. You
Oh,
rolled a
I'm
9
back,
for
I'm back,
acrobatics.
We're gonna
back in a
fucking
minute.
fling out.
Okay,
out.
plop.
Woo!
Yeah, you're gonna go very quickly coming out the other way. Are you gonna catch him, or are you just gonna
I'll
let
try,
him fly?
I'll try to spin and mitigate the speed a bit.
Okay. You spin him round, and slowly but surely you slow down. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please, Colonel?
Oh, I'm a tumbling acrobat. That's what I
Yeah.
do.
And can you make a Constitution saving throw, please, Wilbur? Because you've just grabbed him by the ankles.
Four.
Yeah, you. Okay.
14.
Is 14 enough to beat your
I think
poisoning
it was
thing?
15. What?
15. So
Poison
Harold
skin
is
thing?
watching everybody from the mezquinet, and he's just kind of watching all this. What are you doing,
Matt?
Ikono?
Trying to contain laughter because this is just so funny. And I'm committing it all to memory. Maybe I can use it in a stand-up routine at some point.
Yeah, sounds good. So you spin him around. He starts to lose his lunch. Colonel, what did you have for lunch?
I didn't.
Yeah,
So it's just going to be bile.
Oh, you start to spew bile that sort of spits around on the street.
As soon as
Harold,
this music fits so nice.
As soon as I've got my bearings, I'm going to hop off and go into the sea and just wash myself.
oh, you're a
inside
long way
now.
from the sea now. You're
Yeah.
all. You can run off if you want to. Yeah. See, you're over here by the mezquinet.
Well, that happened. Let me...
Okay. Did you want to head off to the sea?
No, I'll wait with Wilbur to see us get at least.
Harold wants over with a hot towel, and he offers it to you. Here you go, my friend. That should help.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
No,
I wouldn't use.
as
I wouldn't use this towel again.
As I rolled natural 20 with athletics, I need to roll a D100.
Oh yes.
I really hope I don't hit the 100.
You explode.
Oh,
19.
Okay. That. Wait.
So
Okay. Just
whenever
plus 2
Wilbur.
for the next roll that I do with athletics.
Okay, +2. So Wilbur's got some weird magic, which is affecting him. You see him kind of glow, and sort of his muscles get slightly bigger. He does a bit of a Popeye, and Mezquinet looks at him and goes, "Well, that was all very odd, but welcome back, my friend. What can I get you all?"
Oh, I'd like to get some money out of these little fishes.
Oh yes, very nice specimens. I see the shark was killed underwater. How did that happen?
Oh, it's the frog guys.
Oh, yes.
Credit.
It was detached.
Well, it's only
from
fair,
underneath.
you know.
Yes. Go to someone's
Yes.
home and kill them. Only fair.
Yes.
No, on home turf, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, you're trying to pull fish out of their environment into the
Right. I am very confused. But anyway, would you like me to buy these 2 specimens? So you need to roll a D100 to tell the quality of the tuna, and then a D100 to tell the quality of the shark. If you want to
Okay.
do the shark,
Oh, do you like
I'll
tuna?
do the tuna 30.
the tuna is a 30, so it's okay, third rate.
Do you like tuna?
And Matt, do you want to roll D100 for the shark?
It's a big shark. I think I got 77 before. 87. There you go.
7.
Nice.
Really nice. Yeah, this is I think it was a black-finned, black-tipped shark?
No, reef shark.
Reef shark. That's
I
it, thanks.
wrote it on the map.
Thank you very much. Okay, so the reef shark. Oh yes. All right. So because the reef shark's so big, it's a really nice catch. And obviously tuna, and he goes, "Oh, this shark is beautiful." Yes, and barely any damage too. There's a couple of stab wounds, but no massive trauma. It must have died very quickly.
Yeah, well, they've got a big nerve bundle that just runs down here. You just feel for the eye socket and move over a thumb.
Oh, yes, very professional kill. Yes, beautiful. And such a big specimen. This is one of the biggest reef sharks I have seen.
That's one of the lessons I went to at thief school.
Oh, I see.
I missed so many.
Yes. It unusual that you would have chosen that lesson. But, yes,
to kill a shark.
87. So for 87, I would...
Oh, aquatic warfare. I thought it was, sounded interesting. Better than knots. I mean, that's so boring.
Okay, so can you... Okay, so I will offer you...
20,000 gold.
No. I will offer you 5 gold per kilo of shark. Sorry, not 8. Well, for the 87, it's going to be 5. But it will be -1 for the charges on the dock. Do you understand? So you will receive 87 times 4, which is 378 gold.
What?
Wow.
348 gold, sorry, for the
300
shark. And for the tuna, that is a low-grade tuna.
How much was it again for the shark?
348.
48. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So
I'll
much.
give
that's
you
now in Mr. Oom's pocket.
3 gold
no.
for the tuna, but it's 30 -1 for the charge, to 60 gold for the tuna.
60 gold for the two.
Okay.
So 408 gold.
Yep.
No. Should I keep them or Icono, you want them or?
No, I'll keep it. I've been tracking, keeping track of how much gold we've all got.
Let me have eight of the gold, just for expenses.
Okay, yeah. Just while we're on that, we gave Swin Lake 260 gold, Wilbur.
Yeah.
How much of that did you give me?
None. Because I gave him.
Yeah. So how much of that 260 did you pay Swin Lake?
200, I think.
Yeah. I thought that was right. Yeah. That's fine. All right. We need to go and pay him some more.
Yeah.
But
You're going to see him later today, because
Yeah.
while you were messing around, you might want to have had a look through the newspaper.
Newspaper,
This room,
yes.
the Colonel bought.
yeah.
So in the newspaper, there are quite a few different articles. There's some adverts for various things around town. You see a lovely advert for Swin Lake Tavern. You see a lovely advert for Coattails Cocktails and Clement's Mole. All the places that you've been. You do see a couple of things that you haven't been to, which might be of interest. You do see, obviously there's adverts in there for Codswallop and Cloverleaf Bistro and the Quatero. So you do see those things, but you also see there's a couple more things in there that might be of interest. So in the Manor Place, you find out that there is a meeting for a group of undead that you had heard mentioned at the start of the adventure when you entered town, and you haven't gone, and it's at 2 a.m. on a Thursday.
That's because I've been in prison.
I know,
Sure.
but that I'm just prompting. And then you also see a couple of other things. There is a casino on Manor Place by the name of Costello's.
Costello's? Oh.
Costello's, yeah.
Oh.
Costello's. You also see that there is on the same square on Manor Place. I'll mark these on the map for you, and then you can see where they are. If somebody wants to write down what they are. So here, that's where the temple is. There's obviously an advert for the temple. You know, come relieve yourself of your guilt or something along those lines. There's one over here, which is Costello's. And then there's one just over here, which is an armorer. Okay. I should mark out where all the bits in the nest are.
I forgot it's Temple of Antiline.
Oh, sorry. It's called the Temple of Charlemagne. The armor is called Ante's armor.
Is it with S or
Ante,
C?
as in A-N-T-E.
Charlemagne, which one is it? S with S or
It's
C?
spelled S-H-A-L-O-M-A-N-E.
The what now?
S-H-A-L-O-M-A-N-E.
Charlemagne.
Charlemagne. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, and as you look through, there are various articles in there. There's a lot of stuff from the upper area of Old Rock. So obviously you're in the suicide. What did I call the upper area? My brain's suddenly gone blank. Brain's gone blank. Where am I going? Remembering too many things.
What am I? Where am I?
Poshville.
Poshville. Yeah, Poshville. No, it wasn't called that. But yes, it's the other side. I can't remember what it's called. But there's a couple of things from that one, various articles on bits and pieces there. But there is an article about an act of terrorism in the square down near in the nest, and that a terrorist was caught by the City Watch of the name of Mr. And his court case was coming up. Mr. Gilbert is being tried for terrorism and the killing of 17 goblins in the square outside of the Gulp Swallow in the nest. And the trial for that is coming up later on today.
Wow, that was good. Some good yellow journalism.
Do insight, see if you can remember who Mr. was.
What was the green bit again? Missed.
I remember him.
Oh yeah, Kona remembers Mr. You've been paying all that money for bloody ages for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Offside.
That's it.
Came to me, tough side. Can't believe I forgot that.
in
Offside.
history check.
Wish I could
Oh,
do it.
natural 20.
Wilbur remembers this in detail.
Sheds a
He
tear.
wasn't there. He sheds a little tear for Mr. Room.
I wasn't there, but that was just that I remember Mr. Wu.
Yeah.
We need to go to the Tower of Life.
Oh, I have a text for Arcana, Religion and History, natural 20. And that's what I no.
So these topics are so out of Wilbur's wheelhouse, he shouldn't be rolling anything related to these. History is limited to his own experience, and general knowledge of every bugbear in Brindor is taught through a bugbear history. Oh. So yes, but you do remember Room, so that's one of the things you do remember. So yes,
really well.
You read an article about the terrorist suspect Gilbert Oom, and that he's going to be tried today in the courthouse after the murder of 17 goblins in the nest.
Yeah, that suddenly jolts Ikono's memory. We need to get a character witness, so we need to head down to the Tower of Life to speak to Thelma.
Okay. As you walk towards there, you do read that the High Judge Thunder Johnson is going to be trying the trial. It seems to be glorifying in the idea that he's the hanging judge, and after the recent murder of High Judge Lightning, the assassination of High Judge Lightning, Judge Thunder's mood has been even darker than usual, and that this will be an entertaining and most rewarding trial. The prosecution barrister, Filbert Trimmer, is well known in the circles in Toffside, and it is expected that the trial will allow Trimmer to show off his latest skills and adeptness. But the defense lawyer, Swinlake Fathom, will be there to assist in the defense. It seems to be starting quite a late start for a trial. It seems to be starting about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's presently about 10 o'clock.
Okay.
You're right in the middle of the Punch and Judy show. Typical.
Right, I've got a compliment. Can I just compliment Tim from Tabletop Audio? This tune rocks. I'm loving it. We're going to use this again and again and again.
This can be our just overworld theme.
Oh, it's just theme tune. It's called Tinker's Workshop by Tabletop Audio. Right, you head towards the Tower of Life, and as you approach the Tower of Life,
no. And stream elements.
You okay?
Yeah. I just was trying to give a shout out.
Okay. You head towards the Tower of Life. As you get closer, you can see the up ahead of you, the tall tower with the kind of sort of top. Remember going there to learn about medicine, and the peculiar individual who lives there, Mr. Thelmut Holm, the necromancer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You get closer. You walk up to the door. The door is closed.
I'll give it a good knock.
Oh, close. It says closed Monday. Slow.
The door opens after a short time. Hello. Oh, it's you chaps. You haven't brought your friend. Mr. Holm will be most disappointed. Is there anything I can do for you?
Well, we need to talk to Mr. Holm about the missing member.
Right. Well, what's that got to do with Mr. Holm? He looks slightly nervous.
Ikono knows better.
Right. He turns to you, Ikono.
I don't know if you read the newspaper. You may have heard about the
newspaper, that newfangled invention that they dropped off this morning. I didn't even have to pay. They just gave one to me. It was very nice.
You didn't pay?
No, The young boy just said, "This one's free to honourable members of the city." Very nice young goblin he was.
Oh, okay, well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Sorry. You may have read about the terrorist attack, apparently.
Oh, yes, I do remember that article. Oh, Gilbert Oom. Is that Mr. Oom? Your friend? Oh, my
Yes.
word. Oh,
Yes.
what terrible thing. He killed 17 people.
No.
I would never have known he was a terrorist.
No,
That's
he's
terrible.
He's not a terrorist, and he
Right.
didn't kill 17 people. It's been grossly
But it
exaggerated.
said in this newspaper thing, isn't that
No,
true?
it's not. No. They glorify events in order to sell more copies.
Right, but there's going to be a
A
trial.
Yes.
day.
So we need. We're approaching Mr. Holm to see if he'd be a character witness for Mr. Oom.
Oh, it's all a pack of lies, is it?
It is. To some extent.
Sure. Make a deception check. You're saying to some extent. Yeah, okay.
Natural one.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Excuse me while I restart everything.
He rolls a 5. He does look at you askance. Goes, "Are you sure it was just what you said?" Because
It was exaggerated, definitely. Wasn't 17 people.
But did he kill people?
1 or 2.
How many? Because I need to know, because I don't want to get my master into any kind of trouble with the city.
He was killed first. He was killed twice in the attack, and he didn't do the first blow. And he was hit 16 times before he retaliated. And that was just self-defense. That's the truth of it. That's the truth of it. You can look at my eye. This one's my best one. See? Look.
Okay,
See, there
let's
you go.
see
See, I'm not lying.
deception check for you.
Oh, deception. I'm not deceptioning.
Where are you in there?
gosh, it makes-
There's
my
bits you're
fucking-
being a little bit evasive with the truth there.
No, that's what happened.
Yes. Right, roll a deception
So
check.
I can't get the character sheet to come up.
Oh.
Oh, there it is, because it's there.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Well,
16.
I mean, you are looking very blatantly at me. That sounds more like something that might be the truth. I believe you. Okay. I will yes, when would
I'm
you
not very
like to
good at
see
that.
him?
Oh,
Now.
trials
What?
tonight.
Now?
Okay. The trials at 2.
Okay. Let me just run upstairs. Please come in. He says, moving you into the entrance hall, and he says, "I'll just pop upstairs and see if he's ready." He kind of knocks, run upstairs, and you walk into the entrance hall and wait for a minute, and then sort of 10 minutes later, he comes back downstairs and he said, my master would like to see you upstairs. He says. And you are all escorted to the roof where you learnt all the things. There is the Chrome Man who is still there. He sort of looks you all over and raises a slightly crow-like eyebrow. Caltus was his name. And the venerable Felmut Holm comes over to you and says, "Greetings, my friends. What can I do for you? Fenquist came to me with some kind of crazy story about a murder. Or, what was it? A massacre? No. What was the other word he said? Misjustice. He was babbling, but it intrigued me. How can I help you? And where is your friend, Mr. Oom?"
That's why we've come here.
I'm here on the table. Look, see?
Sorry.
Have you
Where'd he go?
It just disappeared.
Disappeared.
Yep.
Yep. So, Mr. Oom has been wrongly accused of a crime that he did not commit, and we are looking for character witnesses to
Right.
to help his defence. Obviously, you spent some time with him, you examined him, and we believe that you would be very well placed. You're also an upstanding member of the community, and we feel that your words would give great weight to the defence.
Right. When shall I? When is the trial? It said he was babbling about some kind of newspaper. I don't know what that is.
Oh, we happen to have one here.
Oh, and you spread the article out in front of you. Oh my word! Did he really kill 17 people?
No.
Oh, okay. Were 17 people killed?
No, I think it was only 3 or 4, but I mean, he was attacked
Right.
first. It was clearly self-defense.
Self-defense. It doesn't say so in this newspaper article. It says quite clearly here that he was a madman on a death wish against goblin kind.
Yeah, unfortunately, these things are exaggerated.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
He's going to roll insight.
17.
Okay, he rolls 18. He looks you over. He goes, I don't think you're telling me all the truth. It says here that the barrister Swinlake Fathom is representing him. Is that right?
That's correct, yes.
I know Swinlake from the club. He's a good fellow. Right, yes. I will come and I will witness for what it's worth for this Mr. Gilbert Oom. I will reserve my judgment for later. It's
all we can ask.
Gosh. Yes, indeed. Okay. Thank you very much. I will see you there at 2.
Thank you.
He's going to arrive on a series of zombies that he rides to death. 10 yards each zombie, and he climbs to the next one. That's how he gets around the town.
He just has a palanquin that's been carried by loads and loads of zombies on their backs. Right. So with that, you exit the thing, and you are now back on the seafront.
Then what?
Well, a couple of hours to kill until the trial.
Food?
Food.
Okay, there's some options in front of you. You have, well, for those of you who aren't satyrs, there's a little rock inn. There's, what's that? Glenda's place? What's that? What did you write
places.
there? Okay, I don't remember what that is. Grendel's place.
Not sure.
I don't remember that. Okay.
I don't remember that either.
No, but there's cocktails. There's obviously there's a few places you could go to. Mezganet does some food. There's the closed market. You could go in there. Yeah, there's plenty of places to go to eat. Yeah, you can see if you can find somewhere else. You can make a survival check and see if you can find somewhere else.
Try somewhere else.
Okay.
Ugh.
Hence.
Well, you've been there before.
Down here from the so down the way from the here. Oh, colour's awful. Sorry, I'm just gonna change the colour because that is terrible. We can't even see that dot. There we go. So down the way, just down from the Tower of Life, there's a little hut there where you can smell the smell of cooking chicken and cooking lamb. It smells greasy, it smells nasty, but it smells very good. And there's also a slight hint of falafel as well. And as you are drawn to this smell, You see a lot of people from Droyer's Yard standing outside this place. They kind of give you a nod and a wave as you walk up, and you see that they all of them have like different sort of paper-covered packages that they're whisking away, and some of them I've got them open, and inside you can see there's bread with meat inside, and a kind of thick bread with meat inside, and salad, and all kinds of things inside these things. And as you walk up, you come across a sign that says Kojak's Kebabs.
Kojak's. Kebab.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. Why not?
Sure. Why not?
Oh, because our friend's going to be put to death in a couple of hours, and you're sitting there working out what you want in your kebab.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, just because look, we've seen him fight. We know he cannot die. He'll find a way out, even if he is convicted. There's no problem here. And plus, I completely have faith in Twin Lake.
Oh, okay. Because he gave all of his money willingly for you to get a legal gain.
Just relax, have a bite to eat, and then we'll do our best for our friend.
Yeah. Better food, better mood.
I'm
that
just
is
thinking of
exactly
sausage
it.
roll from Greg's down the road.
The vegan pastry.
So you wander up to, you're in a queue behind a bunch of people. The smell is amazing from this place, and inside you see a sort of tall, interesting looking fellow. He's kind of got sort of sallow jaw and sort of quite a fat kind of sort of face. He's bald with kind of little piggy ears on either side. And then he looks over towards you and he says, "Hey, what can I get you?" There's the menu. It's over there.
Can I order a custom one? Is there a custom one?
Yeah, sure you can. I got chili peppers. 5 different kinds of chili peppers, different temperatures. I've got jalapenos. I've got sweet cherries. I've got ballistas. Whatever you want.
I'd like
I got hummus. I've got tzatziki. What? What do you want?
Kebab roll.
Huh? Yeah. Okay. We got
bacon.
All right. We got. Okay. We got
meat.
Yep. Bacon, kebab meat. Yep.
Garlic.
You want some salad with that? You want any green stuff in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll put a bit of lettuce in there, a bit of
raw garlic
bit of tomato.
Chop.
What?
Raw garlic chop, and then some blue cheese.
I got garlic paste. Is that okay? We'll do garlic paste. Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. And some blue cheese.
Yeah, and some habaneros.
Oh yeah, that is gonna be nice and strong. Do you want some mayonnaise on that, or any mint sauce, or any creamy mint sauce, or anything like that? No, you just want it hot.
Yeah.
I appreciate your time. He wraps it up and he sort of makes that up and he sort of pulls the whole thing together, wraps it tightly in the paper. He goes, "There you go, fella. That'll be 2 gold. Thank you."
Oh, thanks.
Okay, what can I get you, fella? He says, looking at you, Colonel.
Can I just have one of those like bread rolls filled with beans, please?
Yeah, we got some beans. I got some fish over here if you like fish.
Oh no, just beans will be fine.
No, just beans. Okay. You want any salad with that?
Oh, God, no. Oh,
No. Okay. He takes a long look at you, and then he sort of looks over towards the shelves. And as you scan across the shelves, you do notice a whole series of small jars that have got quite a lot of dust on them. Make a perception check for me.
Certainly. I will do a perception check.
Okay.
What? What's in the
You
little
look up.
dusty jars?
All right. I thought that might interest you. He pulls them down and he just gets his apron and wipes off some of this dust. And he says, I'm sorry, we haven't had a customer like you for a long time. I got these in a long time ago. They're all preserved. But, and he puts them down on the table. And inside them, you can see all kinds of things. There are your favorite childhood insects that you used to suck on when you were younger. There are various types of green weed that you used to have in various dishes. He said, these are all from the swamp, you know, over the way from us.
I know, yeah. I'll have I'll have a quarter of the sticky beads.
Nice, nice.
And a couple of the seaweed runs, please.
Okay.
You know what?
Nice.
This takes me back to my childhood. I mean, I was like 3 years is like no time's gone past at all.
It's such a
Was
3
it
years,
no.
you say?
Yeah,
4 years.
No,
Okay. Good on you. He mixes it up and he sort of puts it together and he sort of puts that together in a wrap with the beans and he wraps that all up. He goes, there you go, sir. That'll be 2 gold as well, please.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I put all my sweets in the beans. Oh.
What is wrong with you?
He looks down at you. He just smiles. He goes, another satisfied customer. What can I get you, sir?
Oh,
So you, Cunning.
just lamb roll, plenty of salad.
Nice. Okay.
And some yogurt for a thrush.
You want some yogurt for your thrush?
No, I do not have thrush.
All right.
Oh, it's cleared up. Oh, that's good.
So he starts to go through and he sort of cuts some lamb off of a big rotating piece of lamb at the back, cuts some nice bits of lamb off there, and he then starts to go through and he sort of picks out bits of salad and puts it in there, and he goes, I don't mean to ask a difficult question, but I'm just looking at you and I'm thinking, you know, this is lamb. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. This is lamb, and you're a goat man.
Yes.
There's no conflict there, is there?
No conflict at all. Don't worry.
Okay, I just thought I'd ask. You know,
completely different species. We're
okay.
fine.
I got you. No problem. Okay. And he serves you,
anyone.
makes up the salad. Do you want any jalapenos in this? Any yogurt? Any
No. We're
garlic?
we're about to go to trial. So last thing I want is a bit of a dodgy tummy.
Oh, okay, no problem. And he wraps that up together. There you go, sir. That's 2 gold for you too.
Give him diarrhea. I'll put that in my review.
He sort of looks at you. He just goes, "Next customer."
I had trouble picking up the napkins, but I've dropped them and I've picked them all up. So I thoroughly touched all the napkins, but I've stacked them all back up and put them back on his counter, ready for people to wipe their face and
Nice.
eyes with.
Nice. Lovely. There's going to be a whole sequence of
epidemic.
Like food poisoning going on.
Oh, this is the first and last of the Kojaks we heard here.
Yep, absolutely. Kojak shuts down shortly after this.
Yeah.
Fucking food poisoning.
And by coincidence, all the dogs and cats have stopped being kidnapped in the town. Although no ransom has ever been put forward.
Oh, disgraceful. Right, so you are now eating, sat by the sea, sat outside the bathhouse, and yeah, it's a nice, beautiful, sunny afternoon.
Well, I guess I won't be coming to the trial.
Oh, why's that?
Because I wasn't I wasn't in there when anything happened. So.
No, it's called moral support.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I dislike masses of people, and also
It shows solidarity. It would look bad if Mr. Ohm stood there and none of his comrades were visible.
Ooh, I guess.
But I'm sure he'd understand.
Well,
He's a very understanding man.
I could spend the time fishing, making
No.
more money for.
No.
Oh no.
No. No. We are all going to trial to support our friends.
Okay.
Right. The Colonel's been working on his leg, and you can see that it's the old trick of he's putting a very thin handle, what do you call it, a crossbar-less dagger in the folds of his skin so he can conceal it.
Concealed weapon.
What
To a
the?
cloak.
Well, if things go
What?
bad, we might have to
Why?
fight our way out.
What?
Isn't that what? Oh,
What are you thinking is going to happen?
well, Mr. M's going to be in a court and they're going to say some bad stuff and he's going to see something stupid and it's going to kick off and there'll probably be magic and stuff and then a big fight. And I thought, you never know.
And you first initial thought of yours was, hey,
Dagger.
let's fight the fucking town guard with a dagger.
Well, yeah. Couldn't get a crossbow in, could I? I'm not that clever.
It's not about that.
Yeah.
It's just manpower advantage they have over us.
Oh, yeah, but, you know what they say. If you've got a cause, then that's all you need, isn't it? Numbers be damned. Think it's a bad idea?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I won't do it. Oh,
Because-
did I say that out loud?
Because look, we're there to give support. Okay, we're not there to start fights. We're not there to do anything else.
Oh, no.
We are not there to
Fights.
give fire support.
But we'll finish them, yeah? Huh. Anyway,
Oh my word!
well, Dodge gets a hammer. I mean, it's only fair.
I walk away from the Colonel exasperated at this point.
Are you really trying to wind him up?
I haven't forgot what he did with the wheelbarrow. I haven't slept since. I've got hardly any hit points.
None of us have slept.
Oh, there you are. So I thought you
I was
walked
gonna
away.
say,
Oh,
I'm not there, but I'm just saying,
Oh,
out of character,
I
none of us
haven't
have hit
slept.
points.
I haven't.
yeah. Shot him in the face. And I just think about it all the time. I can't remember seeing any bite marks on him. Oh, well, I'm sure there were. He did say there were, and I did believe him last time, so
Yeah,
I don't know why I got this nagging doubt.
He was sitting next to him in the hall. Well, in the bigger hall, the sewers.
All right, okay.
He'd
Oh.
know if there was a bite mark.
Oh, these beans are spicy.
So
Beans are
you finish
spicy.
up your beans.
If I become a very light blue colour, just be worried because that's because I've stretched out and I've got I fade when I stretch, and that's normally bloating from gas.
Oh, okay. I have. If you mean massive, gas.
Well, it's from having a watertight anus, it takes a lot to start the process,
Gonna be a leaking bag of gas. Okay.
Got to get a few bars of pressure, before it will come out. Normally in the wild, we dive down deep and that naturally pushes it out.
I'm glad we are. When that's gonna happen, it's probably gonna be in the boardrooms.
I thought I had to be a bottom dweller. Oh, okay. Right then. Well, I wonder how he's doing. I wonder if he's all right. Maybe we should have given him a fresh suit.
You head back to. 2 o'clock is rolling around at this time. You've had some food. What would you like to do? Head to the court?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you head towards the main building of the court. So this is up here, and there's actually a small gate with a sign saying courtroom entrance, suicide entrance on the side of the court here. There's a couple of guards outside it. They look up as you approach. You see them sort of the same guards that you came across before, much posher armor than the kind of guards that you see around town, and the guys who arrested the three of them before, and they sort of look up and they say, "Are you here for the trial?
Yes.
Are your names?" One of them looks at a list.
Wilbur, Fish Whisperer.
All right, you're on the list, and you, sir?
Arthur Cuddle.
Kono, yep, you're on the list, and you, sir?
The Cuddle.
The
So
Colonel.
push in front there. Look.
So yeah, you're on the list, sir. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you all right, sir?
Oh yeah, I just dropped a shark on my foot.
Oh, I see. Okay. There is. You go straight up the stairs here. You take a right. In the hallway, you should meet with. You've been signed in by Mr. Swinlake Fathom.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, you'll
Because
find
there's
him
200 gold.
up at the top of the stairs there. He's waiting outside the courthouse.
All right, thank you.
Okay. So you head upstairs, and there you see Swinlake. "Boys, how are you?" he says.
Bit worse to wear.
"Yes, I'm terribly sorry to ask, but there's the money needs to be paid now for the trial."
Okay, how much was that?
It was the court fees of 200.
Look, I'll give him 200.
Okay. You paid off the 360 owed, didn't you?
Yes.
I remember how much you paid off. Whatever.
Yeah, so paid off the 260 gold, and I've just given him another.
260.
Yeah, and I've just given him another 200. So we've given him 460 gold in all.
Yep. So you still owe him 500 gold.
Okay.
Yep. So it's just 500 you owe him now.
Okay, I'll give him another 200 on top of that towards the 500.
Oh, fantastic! Right. So it's only. So you just gave him another 200 gold on top, did you say?
Yep.
So you
Yep,
just
so I've
owe
given him
300 gold.
Yep.
God damn, I love fishing.
Excellent. That'll
I see
cover
the-
a lot
I see the money
of
exchanging
my
hands.
expenses. I've just got to nip off and pay the court fees. Okay, I'll be back in a second. And he
Okay.
nips into the courtroom, and he pops back in. You stood outside the courtroom. All the walls in here are kind of golden sandstone. You can see there's some sculptures around the place of various sort of ostentatious-looking figures. You can see there are some paintings on the walls of various scenes of, well, it looks like, well, yeah, various scenes of places around Old Rock. Some of them look quite reminiscent.
I'll have a look at them as we're waiting.
Yep.
I'll stand appreciatively with my hands behind my back, rocking on my heels, looking up.
One of them is of the Tower of Life. You can see that's been painted rather beautifully from probably from the entrance gateway, the top of that, and it's goes across the Tower of Life. The Tower of Life is on the right hand side, and it kind of misses out. You get a little bit of the Little Rock Inn sort of sticking up the top, but it really kind of falls onto the palace and then across the rest of the top side. But it's quite a nice painting. And on the Tower of Life, you can see there seems to be some glowing magic going on there as some small figures are kind of moving around. The picture itself isn't moving, but it's kind of illusion. There's boats in the harbour, various things. There's another picture that you can see, which shows the castle itself, where you are at the moment. You're in the courthouse part of the castle, but this is from the other side, from the top side, and you can see there's lots of windows, lots of areas There's a big sort of gateway. It looks very grand, very elegant, very nice. And there's another couple of views of bits of topside that you don't know anything about. But you then see a painting of a castle which is in front of the main castle. Really quite posh, really tall, really grand, made of stone. And make a would it be the geography, wouldn't it? So what's that?
History.
Yeah, okay, history check.
Oh, look. Picture.
11. Yeah, you kind of tilt your head from one side to the other. This is the side of the castle that you know well, and yet this tower is in front of it. And you're sort of pondering this thing and looking at it. It is puzzling, but you can't figure out where this place is.
Right. I'll study it for a little bit to get it locked in my head, and so I can go and look where the footprint should be.
Yep.
And I'll make a little note of it in my waterproof greased paper pad with my wax crayon pen.
Okay. Okay. So shortly after, Swin Lake Fathom comes back out. Oh, good, good. I paid those fees. Everything's sorted now, so we can get on with the trial as soon as 2 o'clock rolls around. How are you all feeling? Did you see the new thing, the newspaper that came out?
Yeah, wasn't too impressed with the reporting.
No, that's not doing us any favors at all. It seems they talked to Filbert and maybe got the wrong end of the stick. It's going to be difficult. The judge is not in a great mood, and I did see one of the newspapers was on his desk.
Is there any way that we could argue that the newspaper may have given people a pre-existing opinion?
Oh yeah, fake news.
I like that. That's good. Did you coin that yourself?
Oh yeah, I was just thinking.
That's a good point. It might be leading the judge, leading the prosecution, leading the, yes. It might be worth bringing up. I mean, he got the number of goblins wrong, for starters. There weren't 17 of them. We know that from the police reports. And as far as I'm concerned, Mr. Room has never stated any kind of... Well, has he ever... In your memory, has he ever said anything about starting any kind of revolution?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, he has.
what
but
kind
maybe,
of revolution? Give me the details quickly, man. I need to get this down. I've only got half an hour until the trial.
Well, when we first came here, he joked about the amount of living impaired people there were. Did you see all of those posters around the town?
Yes,
Undead
yes, I did.
Together one?
What does it say?
Undead together?
Undead together. Oh yes, yes.
Undead rise up.
Yes, with the fist raised
Yes.
up and the. Oh yes, the shackles. Yes.
Yes, yeah, that was him.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
going to look good.
No.
Right. So he was attempting to lead a. Well, he was leafleting. Well, we can say he was putting up flyers for the undead to rise up.
Yes.
Right. Was he joined with any kind of organization?
No. No.
He did have a long talk with me once, and I think Rise Up is for their social standing. They wanted to have a better social standing.
Right, a better social standing. Yes. Okay. Social standing. Yes. And as an eloquent, he is very eloquent, eloquent undead person, he could see the, what is it called?
He called it courage, misjustice.
Miscarriage of justice. Oh, very
Oh, that was
good.
him. I don't know who this carriage is, but I know she's not married. Oh, I'm available.
Miscarriage of justice. So, as an eloquent undead person, he could see the miscarriage of justice occurring. You say he met with Felmut from the Tower of Luck.
Oh, yeah, it's got a bromance going on there.
Right.
That guy, he loves Mr.
And Felmut met with him.
Yes, he
With
did.
all of us.
Probed him, he did. Probed him. Good and proper.
Probed him. Oh, that's good. That's good. Probed him. And did he find him to be malicious or dangerous or any of these things?
Well,
Probably.
probably not.
He found out about his past.
Well,
I think he was delving into his past.
Helmut wouldn't probably let one undead out if it was dangerous. No?
True.
No.
True. Good. Yes. Right. It would have been nice to know about these details beforehand. But we will. This may be where they might have got the terrorism thing from.
Oh.
Sort of an undead terrorist.
Well,
Oh, he'd like that.
how would anyone
I
know
didn't
who
hear
was
that.
behind it?
Right. So,
Well, one person's terrorist is somebody else's, like a psychopathic killing.
Freedom
machine.
fighter.
Oh, that's the one.
freedom fighter. Right, but the story he told me was something about this name. This Gazpacho Sana. Is that right?
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, him, yeah. Our nemesis.
And have you found Gazpacho Sana?
No.
No.
Oh, I thought I'd
No.
asked you.
But we
to
did find a nice kebab place.
We've been trying to find him, but our efforts have come up short.
Right.
We will obviously
away.
keep looking for him throughout the length of the trial.
Disappointing. Yes, well, maybe if it goes on for a few days, you could find him. I'll try to drag it out as much as I can. The last thing, did you manage to talk to Felmut about being a character witness?
Yes, and he said he will see us here today.
Brilliant.
Oh, what character is it going to be? Like a fish or like a big bear or,
Right. I won't be calling you to the witness block. I don't think it would be a good idea.
Oh, okay. Why is it very tall?
No, it's more that you might get confused and say something that you might regret.
Oh, with my life
Hello.
experiences, there's not much I haven't seen. Oh, look at that. What's that? Big thing with green top and like a woody stick under the... Oh, it's a well, what?
Right.
Yeah,
So,
Oh, Mister, what's his face? What's this tower in this picture? Look, come here. No, that one. This one. A bit more.
yes.
Next one. This one. Yeah.
Yes.
What's
that's
this tower?
Queen Charlotte's Tower.
Oh, I thought it was some sort of shanty, sort of like traveller place made out of old bits of wood and stuff.
No.
Like a pretend place.
No, Queen Charlotte. She was a famous queen of the Suicide District before it was called the Suicide.
Oh, has she got a claim? Is there a hereditary claim?
Yes, there is. Her tower ruled the entirety of the southern side of town. It was when this side, our side of town, where we live in Suicide, was affluent before we were. How can I put it? The jobs of the aristocratic people moved to the doff side. Let's put it that way. We're kind of kept under. And when I say we, between you and me, I used to be a Toftsider. until certain things happened, and I had to move to the suicide.
Oh, did it involve a tuna? I've heard about this.
No, it did
Oh.
not involve.
Well, there's other things that you could have done. Maybe you were giving too much money to charity and they didn't like it.
Yes, I don't wish to talk about that, but yes, that was Queen Charlotte's place. It was called the Tower of Life. That was the on the right. There's the Tower of Light, which was the her place, and then there was the temple.
Oh, yeah, you went there, didn't you, Arcana? You have to tell us all about that in
Yes,
great
the
detail.
Yes, you've been over to the Temple of Charlemagne. Sorry.
Yes.
Yes,
I've been
you
to temple. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, those three places were key in what was the there were two sides of rock. You see, there was old rock, and where we are, you'll notice the Temple of Charlemagne was built very beautifully out of wood. Tower of Life was built out of stone. It's much older than the surrounding walls, and the Charlotte's castle, the Tower of Light, was placed in between them. It was a large place. I believe underneath there would still maybe the cellars exist underneath the Tower of Light.
Oh, yeah, that's where we live.
Oh, you live in the cellars of the Tower of Light.
Ah.
Interesting. Well,
That smells bad.
okay, but that tower was there many, many years ago. I believe there was some kind of political struggle at some point between the powers in the Toff side, and Queen Charlotte. She led a revolution, not against them, because you've got to remember this whole city. But when they started to build the wall between the Toff side and the Suicide, and they started to sort of pushed the sewage into the Suicide, and they restricted the trades that could stay on the Suicide, and they moved all of the gold and silver and armorers and all of the different people up to the Toff side, sword makers, all those things. We really became kind of a supply side, I guess, for the top side, and they live in relative luxury. Here, come here, look out this window, look. And he points out the back of the window, and you can see trees and these terracotta roofed golden houses and kids playing in the street and maids and servants moving around. You see those maids and servants and things? They all live in the Suicide. They have to come through the Fountain Gate every day, and Shelton Gate. And yes, you see there, you'll see all the guards walking around. Many, many more guards. And yes, the houses obviously all made of stone. They have separate kitchens for the servants, and so yes, it's their lives are lived on the back of ours.
So, what did you do? Hey, what did you do? Were you a dibbler?
I don't want to go into it. Maybe if we get to know each other better.
Yeah, brothers in arms. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I make a note in my pad. Get posh boy drunk.
So yes. Anyway, yes. The trial is coming up shortly. I believe we better take a coffee break beforehand, though. So I'll see you back here in 5 minutes. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Good. Yes.
Okay, I will see you all in 5 minutes.
Ah.
What a
Right.
segue.
I'll see you in a minute. Hey, a minute.
See you in a bit.
So, are we offline?
Not yet. Let me entertain you.
Okay. Welcome back to the Cunning Plan. We are presently in the court. Although the court sounds a little bit like a royal court. I'm trying to find some music that's fitting, and this will have to do for the moment. You walk in, and there is some gentle music playing in the background, and people are talking quietly and amongst themselves as it looks as though a large, heavy-headed centaur is sitting in the judge's seat. He looks
No, the
from
judge is not going to
side-
be happy having some animal sitting in his seat. Ugh, maybe I should say something.
He looks from side to side. You haven't been bought out this time. He looks from side to side. This did I say centaur? I did say centaur, didn't I? Did I say centaur or minotaur? I can't remember. Brain's suddenly gone blank.
You said centaur.
I did say centaur. His centaur looks from side to side. He looks like he's sort of sitting. He's standing behind what you normally see as a judge's rostra, with. He doesn't have a gavel or anything like that. Silly things, nothing like that in this court. But he is wearing what
Jesus,
looks like
hoof.
some kind of wig, and he has like a long cloak that covers his body, and from it, his two arms are clad in sort of some kind of very nice sort of silken robes, right? And he stares at you all as you come in with Swin Lake Fathom. And then he looks back over towards what could only be the clerk of the court. And he sort of nods towards the clerk, and she turns to her desk and writes down your names, I'm guessing. Makes a note of something. And then you see, as you enter, a tall, thin man with black hair, human, turns around. He has a very sort of weaselly face, and this must be Filbert Trimmer. And actually, as you sort of you look towards him, he sort of a smug smile spreads across his face as he sees Swin Lake Fathom. He goes, "Hello, Fathom. How are you?" "Oh, I'm doing great. How are you, old Filbert?" "Oh, you know, Swin Lake. It's a difficult job, this. Working for the city. You wouldn't understand, would you?" Nope, I've lost that privilege. Yes, you're quite right. But, work is work, and this work pays the bills. Yes, defending a murderer. Defending a terrorist. We'll see. Yes, we'll see. We'll see, Trimmer. We'll see. And he sits down and he kind of ushers the three of you in next to him. He says, "So, yes, that's Filbert Trimmer. He's the prosecution barrister for the city."
Yeah, 32 feet, no crosswind. 1 foot elevation. I see him. I bend down and cough and discreetly put my dagger from my leg underneath the wooden chair we sat on.
For fuck's sake.
So what? Sorry. That has an itch. Must be your cologne.
Well, so the trial is going to start shortly. Oh, look, there's yes, there's Felmut. He's coming in now. And Felmut sort of comes in from the back, and he gives you all a nod, a smile, and moves into one of the seats towards the back of the room. There seems to be a lot of people. Make a history check for me. See if you recognise.
Arcana, who's Felbert? I thought Felbert was Felbert Trimmer.
No, Felmut. Felmont. Home.
The guy from the Life Tower.
Oh, him.
Yeah, him.
I proudly display my junior first aid 7th class badge I have on my lapel.
Yeah, that's the fella.
You have a look around, Ikono, and you see actually it's quite a few faces you recognise as you're looking around. You notice there is Coattails. Seems to have taken the afternoon off, and she's sitting in the crowd. You also
I
see
wave.
Harold from the Megazinet sitting in the crowd. He waves also over towards you. He's really he's trying to catch the eye of
Oh, my eye!
He's trying to catch his eye.
I wink at him. Wink. He winks back. Wink. Wink.
You look around a bit further, and you can see right at the back, dressed in a black cloak, hooded cowl, is a face that you'd rather not see. It's the High Priest Judas, staring at you intently.
I turn back around as if I haven't noticed him, and my eyes are focused dead forward.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I recognise that look. Has your old girlfriend turned up? The one with the wonky eye and the grudge. Is it her?
No,
that's the only time I've seen you looking like that before.
Somebody even worse, but let's.
Oh,
let's
no. Not her twin sister, Solana. Oh, she was a nightmare. Oh, did we kill her or did I dream that?
You dreamed it. You definitely dreamed it. I've never killed anybody in my life.
Oh, that's good. That's a lie because I saw you kill someone. Let's not talk about it.
No, not while we're in court.
Do you think they have a gift shop?
Swin Lake looks at you both and just goes, I didn't hear any of that. Do you understand?
Oh, are there any refreshments anywhere? It's the bar.
You should have got a coffee before we got in here. Look.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all right. I'm all right. Oh, I got my popcorn.
He's starting. There's a sort of one of the clerks of the court sort of steps forward. There's various guard around the room, and one of the guards steps forward, and he motions to the clerk, and the clerk motions to him, and he sort of takes his large halberd that he's carrying, and he whacks it on the floor 3 times, and the room sort of quiets down. And the room quiets down, and he says, Matt, stop it. He says, all rise for his honourable High Judge Thunder Johnson. And the whole room stands up. Do you stand up as well?
Yeah.
Clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop.
Okay. He's actually stood behind the thing. He goes, thank you, you're very good. Yeah, very good. Sit yourselves, please. Thank you. Right.
Start a while.
Mr. Frogman, please sit yourself.
Oh, I'm sitting. Oh, on the chair. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Chair. Thank you. So today we are going to be trialing the trial of Mr. Gilbert versus the state of Old Rock. I will go over some rules since some of you have not been in my court before. I am Thunder Johnson. I do not suffer the fools badly. If you want to joke, leave your jokes outside. I will not find them funny. Good. Now, we are trialing a very difficult situation. This man has been accused of a crime. I need to hear all the information. If you are found to mislead the court, you can be sentenced yourself, so be aware, contempt of court is a thing. If you are asked a question, you need to answer honestly. If I think you are lying, or you are found to have lied, then I will put you on trial accordingly. Do you understand this? Everybody sort of nods and sort of, offers their acquiescence to this. Good. So, we are going to start the trial soon. I will introduce the barrister for the prosecution. Mr. Philbert Trimmer, are you ready? Do you have all your information ready? And Trimmer sort of nods and goes, yes, I have it all in place, sir. And then he turns to Swimlake and goes, Mr. Fathom, barrister for the defense, do you have all of your witnesses ready? Do you have all your paperwork intact? And Swinlake turns and he goes, Yes, I have it all prepared. No, we should push ahead. Good. This is very good. Right, this court is in session. Shut the doors, bailiff. And the guards at the back of the door lock it, and the one with the heavy halberd bangs it heavily against the floor 3 more times.
That's why they went instinct. Stupid birds.
And yes, the trial has begun. So, it starts with the judge turns and he goes, "Bring in the defendant." And you see a door open at the side and 2 guards lead out Mr. Room, and they also lead out Jojo, and they put them both in the witness box, and they also lead out Sky, who is looking much better than last time you saw him. He's looking shiny and new, almost as if he's developed some new skills in the time you haven't seen him. Okay. So Mr. and Jojo in the defense box. Jojo is there purely because he was arrested at the same time as Mr. Room, but this isn't his trial. That will be happening at a separate time. Does that make sense? And actually, it hasn't been decided whether he will be, from what Swinlake has told you, whether he will actually be tried with anything. He's just been held as a witness at the moment because they're worried about him running, because he seems to be very confused about things. Okay?
No, he's not confused. Everyone else is.
Well, yeah, no, he's not confused. He just thinks he's a dragon. There's nothing wrong with him. Knows he's a dragon.
As you can see from the new hardened scales he has that grew overnight.
He is looking
like
rather. It's like he's had a glow up of some kind. Mr. Oom is just looking like Mr. Oom. Yes.
Mr. Oom is looking particularly well groomed.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, and he's been at work on his suit every day,
Yes.
mending it a bit more.
Yeah. He's added some flashes of colour to his lapels. It's rather nice. So, yes. Good. Glad you are here. Mr. Oom, do you understand, Mr. Gilbert Oom, that you are accused by the state of Old Rock of murdering goblins in the square of the Nest on the date of March the 16th. How do you plead?
As a side note, My Honor, could I put it in as an edit that my name has been revealed to be Gilbert Butterfuck? I would like to enter that. So I would not like to represent myself under a false name for any complications that would cause with your administration. I plead not guilty. On a technicality.
Change the name, Butterfuck.
Thank you, sir. That's the first time someone said it to me.
Okay. So, Gilbert Butterfuck, you plead not guilty, is that so?
That is so, my lord.
He looks at you. He looks back at the court. Okay. It's up to you, Mr. Trimmer. The barrister for the prosecution stands up. He goes, ladies and gentlemen of the court, your High Judge Thunder Johnson, sir. We are here to try the person of Gilbert Butterfuck. He is an individual who, on the 16th of March, took it upon himself to attack mercilessly 17 goblins in an act of unadulterated terrorism on this here city. And in my work, and through my words, and through my witnesses, you will see that this man planned an uprising in this very city, undermining the foundation of its core. Takes a deep breath. I will call my first witness. Chetnus Gochu. Chetnus Gochu kind of comes up. He's what looks like a sort of halfling. He's sort of grey lamb chop. A lamb chop sort of moustache thing going on, and sort of sideburns. And he sort of comes up to the witness stand. Says, Mr. Chetnus Gochu, you were a witness, were you not, to the attack? What time at 16th of March did it begin? And he relates the time to you. Good, good. Okay, in the evening, late in the evening. Good. And what did you see? And he relates a story. He says, well, he was sitting there watching the moon and looking out for see if my lady was going to come out of where she works. And as I was sort of hiding there in the alcove, I saw this whole group of goblins come out of her workplace, and I thought, oh, these guys look like a bit of trouble. And as they came out of the of her workplace, I noticed that this gentleman ran up to. Could you identify the gentleman for the court? He points towards Mr. Room, and he says, that gentleman there, he ran after them, and he started talking to them and asking if he could have something from them. Anyway, they laughed at him and turned, and then something weird happened, and one of them seemed to get a bit weird all of a sudden, and the rest of them all turned on him, and they pulled out weapons and started shooting. Indeed. So are you saying that they shot first? Wait, I don't know, because he said this stuff and he moved his hands, and then this fella did something weird at the back of the pack and started gibbering a bit, and I don't know what happened there, sir. Continue. What else did you see? Well, I then watched in horror as they shot him with lots of arrows and he fell. And then that little dragon fellow there, he jumped out and he started, he must have cast a spell, because the guy full of arrows stood up and he seemed fine. And he ran past him, and then he stood up, and then he got shot again, but not before bonfires started appearing all over the place. And then he threw up all over the fellas. What? What are you saying? He threw up on them, sir. He expelled, well, it might have been the arrows going into him, I don't know, but he just threw up all this stuff, and it like burnt some of them, and they started dying. Right scary it was. Anyway, that cat fellow over there, he ran in to try and get in the way as these people were fighting, and he got shot full of arrows and he fell down. He didn't even attack anybody. He just swung his sword around and looked quite dramatic, and then he fell over dead. But the little dragon fellow got him back up as well. And then, well, I didn't watch much more. I was getting a bit scared, so I made a run for it. It all moved past my doorway by then. Right. So you didn't see the end of the fight? No. How many goblins did you see fall? Well, I saw these two chaps fall. I probably saw 4 or 5 of them fall. Right. So you definitely saw 4 or 5 of them being thrown up on and having bonfires lit under them. Is that right? Well, yeah, I guess so. And can you point to the individual who did these things? Who cast those spells? Well, I can't rightly point to that individual. He points towards Mr. Room. So, end of witness. Your witness. And he points to Swinlake. Swinlake stands up. He goes, right, so, yes, you didn't see the whole thing, you say? No, I didn't. And you say it was, difficult to see? You were hiding? Yes. In hiding, did you try and keep out of the way of the goblins and this gentleman here? Yes, yeah, I didn't want to get hit by one of them arrows. No. Would you say that you saw everything that happened? Well, no, because I did have to keep ducking back and forth. So you can't say for sure that, for instance, somebody else didn't cast the spells. Well, I presume. You presume. I think you think. Well, I was a bit scared, to be honest. Right. Yeah, understandable in that situation. You know, if you were scared, you were ducking in and out, looking for an opportunity to escape. Yeah, that's right, I was. And you thought you saw things happen. You definitely saw the man hit with arrows. Yeah, I did. And you definitely saw the dragon man getting back up. Yeah, I saw that. But can you be sure that the spells were cast by this gentleman or that gentleman? He said, pointing to Jojo. Or that gentleman, he says, pointing to one of you. Or anybody else? No. Well, I think he did. End of witness. He kind of comes back to you guys and sort of thinks, Good. So, we will call our next witness down the list. We will call Mr. And he looks over towards Jojo. Jojo. Can you take the stand, please, sir?
Sure.
You wander over to the stand and you stand up in the witness box. And the judge looks over to you and says, You do understand you have to tell the truth and the whole truth, yes?
Yes.
Good. Swear on your good name. Swear on your good name.
Oh, yes, I do.
Right. Okay. So, over to you, Mr. Trimmer. Filbert says. Good. So, you're a friend, I believe, of Mr. Gilbert, and he looks at his notes, Butterfuck. Is that true?
Acquaintance, this is why I'm here. Because I had a language barrier with the police. Knowing people requires more than one day.
Sorry, that isn't part of this, I'm afraid. Please get to answering the questions.
You did ask if I'm a friend.
Acquaintance will do. You do not have to explore it anymore.
Technicalities are really important, I imagine.
So you're an acquaintance.
Yes, we've known for a day at that point.
1 day.
Or less.
Good. Okay. Why were you in the square outside of, and he looks at his notes, Gulp Swallow?
Well, we were... I believe there is a bounty to the goblin we were trying to talk.
Yes, yes. This is Gazpacho Sarnak, is that right?
Yes, I believe so.
And have you been hunting Gazpacho Sarnak for long?
I have. They have.
Oh, and how long had they told you they've been hunting him for?
I wouldn't know. Whenever they left whatever place they got the bounty from. I do not know that yet.
Right. If you don't know the answer, it is fine to say, I do not know.
Okay, I do not know.
So, Gazpacho Sarnak. They told you Gazpacho Sarnak was in this place, is that correct?
Yes.
Good. And you were waiting outside for what exactly?
For him to come out.
Ah.
You
say...
wouldn't want to mess up a place or give him a chance to mess up the place of a fine establishment like that.
So, would you say this is kind of an ambush?
No.
But you said you were waiting outside for a known fugitive.
Yes, we were waiting. But
what were you expecting to do waiting outside?
Well, obviously, there is always first effort is to do diplomatic way, a peaceful way.
And did you think that your colleagues would solve this in a diplomatic way?
I had no reason to doubt it.
So they said to you before this, we're going to wait outside and we're going to try and sort this out diplomatically. We're going to talk to him. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
They said that to you?
Yes. And I was like, sure, I'll watch that door. I didn't do a good job of it, though.
And you work, don't you?
Work? Yes.
What is your job?
Well, currently at the what's that? Drawer's Yard. Oh, yes.
The Drawer's Yard.
My employer.
And what do you do for Drawer's Yard?
Go to places where no one else wants to go and get rid of pests.
So you sort of clean up messes, yes?
One could say that, yes.
Yes. You kill things
Well,
for money.
If there is no other option.
So you kill things for money. And you were told that Gazpacho Sarnak was in Gulp Swallow, and you were all waiting outside. Were you waiting together by the door? Where were you waiting?
I was one corner, watching one door.
Right.
I don't remember where his room was. Not too far, I suppose. There was two doors at least.
Mr. Butterfuck, as he now wishes to be called, you don't know where he was.
I'm not entirely sure, but close by, I'd imagine. I think he was standing in the building's corner where he could.
And who can you identify me for the court in here? Who were the other members of the party? There was yourself, Mr. Butterfuck,
Icono and Mr. Sky.
Icono, and Mr. Sky. So the 5 of you. And you weren't together, you were spread out. Is that correct?
Yes, because there was multiple doors, and also Mr. Icono went inside to get information.
So Icono, the gentleman there, was inside getting information from, he looks at his notes,
Well,
the brothel.
yes.
I will have to talk to him about that.
Or try to.
So you were spread out around watching the exits.
Yes.
Okay. And your job is as a paid mercenary?
Adventure.
Thief taker?
What now? No,
Thief taker?
just adventure. It's an adventurers
Adventurer.
guild. So,
Adventurers Guild.
yes.
Now, and you knew the Gazpacho Sarnak, who had a price on his head.
Yes.
You believed him to be in that brothel, Gulp Swallow.
Yes.
Another one of your fellows went inside. The rest of you watched all the doors to see if they'd leave. And when they left, I put it to you that your colleague attacked them.
Nope. No. He actually did go and talk to them.
He spoke to them, did he?
Yes.
And how did that diplomatic words go?
Well, next thing I knew was if you've ever heard a arrow thudding into flesh, you know what I heard.
Oh, so you didn't see him talk to them?
No, I was actually doing my job very poorly at that moment. Looking at the sky.
Okay. So you didn't see what happened to start with, but you did see him get pierced by many arrows. Is that correct?
Well, heard. I was back.
And that drew your attention, and then
Yes.
you stepped forward. Is there anything that the gentleman who you just said you raised this guy with magic, and then you ran across, and then you raised another one with magic? Is that correct?
I do have ability to heal. Yes.
Yes. Do you have the ability to cause any other kinds of magic?
I can start fire.
Fire.
Yes.
You do remember that the witness statement said there were bonfires lighting
Yes.
up underneath the goblins. That was
Yeah.
you, was it?
Yes. Because I was scared for my friend and my own life. They were hostile, as proven by the fact that there was multiple arrows in this room. And I didn't want to get shot. So it's really hard to shoot a bow if your ass is
And
on
I believe
fire.
also in Mr. Sky, the tabaxi over there, he had multiple arrows in him too. Is that right?
Yes, but that was later.
Oh,
Like a few
okay.
moments later.
Good to know. Right. Well, it seems like. Thank you very much for your information. It's very useful. Your witness goes to Swin Lake Fathom, and Swin Lake kind of comes up to you, and he sort of makes a gesture to calm down. He says, "So, you were outside of Gulp Swallow, were you?
Yes.
Waiting for your friend? And you hope to catch Gazpacho Sarnak, a known dangerous criminal."
Well, unfortunately,
Objection, Your Honor. He's leading the witness. You hope to catch Gazpacho Sarnak, I believe.
yes. Well, the bounty amount doesn't really give out what he's capable of. Only 10 gold.
I believe recently the bounty was raised on Gazpacho Sarnak. Is that true?
I don't know. I was held in custody.
Well, this is information for the court. Gazpacho Sarnak's bounty has recently been raised from 5 gold pieces to 30 gold pieces. And
Ooh.
he's also been linked to the murder. Don't. Do not mention that. You'll make me sad. Indeed, sir. The assassination attempt recently has been linked to Gazpacho, although nothing has been proved. So, you saw an opportunity to take out a dangerous and known criminal. Is that correct?
Take him out as... are you implying we went there with the murder in our minds?
No, I think you went there in order to apprehend the individual.
Yes.
Good. So, you went there to apprehend him, you covered all the exits to make sure that you could capture him. But unfortunately, he exits with how many individuals?
There was quite a few of them.
Yes.
Let me see.
Were there...
Let me see.
Think back in your mind.
I don't know.
You have no idea.
There was...
You rolled a natural one.
Yes. At least 17, I believe.
Yes, that's what
Must have been
some of the
17.
witnesses have said. Don't be led by the prosecution, though, Jojo.
Oh. Probably less. It could be my mind playing tricks on me after such an traumatic experience.
True. But you were prepared to apprehend this criminal, and
well, at the time...
in your own words, you were, rather than being one man who you hoped to apprehend, you were confronted by under 17 goblins who immediately attacked Mr. Butterfuck.
Yes. Well, not immediately.
And
But,
being a adventurer, somebody with skills, somebody able to defend themselves, you felt the need to defend yourself. Is that true?
Oh, there was an arrow in me as well.
Right. They were shooting at all of you.
Not all of them. It was just one guy who missed room.
But he was
died.
part of that group, is that right?
Yes.
And as the fire was going backwards and forwards, and you were attempting to avenge yourself with these fires that you were creating, and maybe create a smoke screen, I don't know. Jason, leading the witness, I don't know.
Well, yes, I did. I did use my ability to create a fire under the...
And Gazpacho Sarnak got away.
Yes. Ultimately, yes.
What did you do after this?
After he got away?
Yes. Did you help your friends? Did you heal a friend?
Yes.
What did you do?
Yes.
You healed a friend.
I was healing
this is
my
good.
friend, yes. Well, acquaintances.
End of witness. So, this goes on. We're going to fast forward a little bit. There is an interview with Thelma Holm, who makes a quite persuasive argument. He's brought on the stand by the defense, and he makes quite a persuasive argument about the undead and Mr. Oom's unusual ability to think clearly and how he assessed Mr. Oom, and he found there was no psychosis, or there was no kind of Malice thought about goblins that he could come across. It's kind of a medical examiner report that he gives over, and this carries a lot of weight. This actually weighs it back quite a lot into your favor. As the prosecution goes on, actually, it's a Kono. You're called by the defense. And it's actually the defense who calls yourself, but not after, only after the prosecution calls up Coattails, and Coattails comes up, and she gives you kind of a slightly guilty look as she takes the stand, and Trimmer comes around again. Name your name for the court. Phyllis Coattails. So, Miss Coattails, you run the cocktail shop in the High Street, I believe. Yes. I've worked there for many years. Picked it up from my father, and my mother. Thank you. And you once had a conversation, I believe. Yes. It was very early on. Back at the start of March, I met these fellows, the group, the three of them actually. Can you identify them for the court, please? Yes. Mr. Butterfuck, Ikono Sunset, and the big fella over there. His name is Fish Whisper. And they were talking in the bar. Yes, you said that. So, can you tell us, please, what exactly they were saying? Well, we were talking, and it came up about the zombies that work, the undead. Yes, the undead that work in the city. And I misspoke and said something, and Mr. Butterfuck, he turned around and he said, "Oh, you're one of those." And I was confused, and he seemed to get very angry at me for insulting the undead. But otherwise, he's been a very pleasant and lovely man. Although he doesn't eat very much, he kind of has lemon tea and sniffs it a lot. But his friends are very nice, and he is very funny. But he got very angry this once about the undead, and he accused me of being prejudiced towards them. Right. So, you were concerned about this? Yes, I was. And you went to see someone, didn't you? Yes, I did. I didn't know him as well as I do now. Yes. And you went to see the sergeant, the guardhouse, I believe. Yes, I just wanted some reassurance to know that, nothing wrong was going to happen. Right. And what did you find? Well, I saw the sergeant and I asked him and I explained what I'd heard. And he said, "Oh, that's the funny fellow who came in the other day." And he said he'd keep an eye on him. Right. And did you see anything else? No, after that, I saw him a few times. He was lovely. I think we just got off on the wrong foot. I didn't think anything else of it. Do you normally see people, the guard, about various people? Yes, I do. I work with them at times. Right. And how do you work with them? Well, new people come to the town, and I'm quite a good. I just like to keep the town safe. That's all. I help out. Right. Your witness. And you see Twin Lake sort of arch an eyebrow. Not good, chaps. Steps forward. Years. Miss Goatails, you had a brief conversation. Yes, I did. With Mr. Yes, I did. Did you know at the time that he was undead? No, I didn't. I didn't know. I didn't mean to upset him. I didn't know you could upset the undead. No, it's unusual. The undead have such good understanding, or even understand what you say. Sometimes they get very confused. Yeah, yes, that's exactly it. I was worried that I suddenly realized as I was talking to him when he got angry. I thought, oh my god, he's undead, and I've just offended him. I've never thought I could offend an undead person in my life. Good. And now, how do you feel? Well, I feel guilty because, well, yes. He was very kind to me later on. Very understanding and very sweet. And I think I misjudged him. I think I jumped to the wrong conclusions. Yes. Well, you hear horror stories of, vampires and leches and all sorts. Yes. Make a perception check as she says that.
Who?
Any of you? Kono is mesmerized. He rolled an actual one.
Right.
Jojo, no. Mr. You notice as she says this, that there is a little bit of a kerfuffle at the back of the hall. But that's all. Yeah, I didn't know if he was some kind of, praised person. Yes, it's obvious. You were just doing your civic duty. Yes, civic duty, that's it. I want to look after everybody. We get some funny types turning up in suicide, and I didn't want to, And she looks apologetically towards you all. So sorry. No, you were doing your civic duty, and we're glad you do it. More citizens like you would make Old Rock a safer place. Yes, thank you. All right. And then up jumps Isometric. I call to the stand. Ikono Sunset.
I get up and walk to the stand.
Just to make you understand, you tell the truth here, yes? And as he says this, from the back of the hall, you see a cowled figure's eyes piercing at you.
I try to ignore him as much as possible and say, yes, Your Honor.
Make a wisdom save as you try to ignore him. 20, yeah.
20.
You do. You manage to tear your eyes away from him. Good. It is good that you do. All right. Your witness, Mr. Trimmer. And the barrister steps forward. He goes, right. Your name for the record is Ikono Sunset. Is that right?
That is correct, yes.
And you are listed as being a bard who is barred. Is that right?
Oh, good wordplay. But yes, I am.
Good. So, and the judge at this point goes, please refrain from making the jokes. And Philbert goes, oh, terribly sorry, Your Honor, terribly sorry. So, you were involved in this entrapment, is that correct?
Oh, I wouldn't call it entrapment, no, but I was in the area on the night in question.
No. So you weren't What do they say? You weren't on point?
No, no, I was in the brothel.
You were in the brothel, sir.
Yes,
And
yes.
who were you in the brothel with? Do you have the witnesses here in the room?
No, they were the twins, and I was pumping them for information.
You were pumping the twins for information. Yes.
About yes, Mr. Sarnak, a wanted bandit that myself and my crew were looking for.
Hmm. And did you have to work deeply and unearth the secrets from them, or did they give them willingly?
No, it was it was a long and hard interrogation.
So long and hard interrogation. And you were working with your colleagues at this time, the other 4 people in this room?
That's correct. Yes.
Right. And they were aware of your location?
Yes, yes, it was agreed beforehand that I would go in and search as
Deep
subtly.
undercover, as they call it?
Yes, deep undercover.
Deep undercover. Gosh, your work is so exciting. And you work for this guild, do you not? The Droyer's Yard. Yes?
Yes. Yes, we are
Your
members of the guild.
colleague called it a Adventurers Guild?
Yes.
And you have... when did you start pursuing Sarnak, Gazpacho Sarnak?
Oh, well, we first learned of his existence whilst we was in Limehelm.
Limehelm?
Yes. Yes, and then we travelled through Limehelm, taking the roads before we ended up in Mudville, and then found our way to this fair city.
But you didn't follow Gazpacho Sarnak from that place to this?
No, we'd heard rumours that he was no longer in Limehelm, and we travelled to Old Rock.
Oh. So you've been tracking him a long time, and it was here that you employed that gentleman, Jojo, and that gentleman, Sky, to come with you to apprehend him. Is that correct?
No.
Not specifically for Mr. Sarnak. I mean, we initially took on some jobs for the guild, and they recommended that we have a party of 6 people. At which point we inquired within if there were any single adventurers that were looking for extra work. At which point we were directed in the area of Mr. Sky and Mr. Jojo.
Right. So they are extraneous to your investigation, but happen to be there and therefore involved one of them being shot down. Is that correct?
It was in fact Mr. Sky who had many contacts within the city that led us to Gulp Swallow, where we believed that we could apprehend Mr. Sarnak.
And what kind of information did you get out of these twins?
Unfortunately, after several hours of hard pumping, there was they had no information.
So you as an investigator went in there to get information and they had nothing?
No, they unfortunately they did not know of Mr. Sarnak.
And when you had finished pumping them, did you immediately hear the distress and sound outside?
Not immediately. I was a little bit tied up, but after a little while, I heard the commotion and came to aid my fellow.
So you're saying you were tied up before you came?
Yes.
Right. Good. So, if there is a possibility that your colleague, Mr. Mr. Butterfuck, was predisposed to attack these gentlemen, did he talk about them before?
No, the idea was that we would try and apprehend them peacefully. Violence is never the answer.
Six of you against 17 of them.
Exactly. I mean, the odds were never in our favour if we started a physical fight.
It's an ambitious idea.
The idea
Finally,
was to approach Mr. Sarnak and advise him of his outstanding warrant and ask him to come peacefully before we then got the city guard involved.
Finally, you were there when Mr. Butterfuck exploded at Miss Coattails. Is that correct?
He did not explode, no, but I was there.
Was he angry? Was he distressed?
No, he merely took a slight offence at her words, but it was quite clear that she'd misspoken, and there was no malice intended.
But she went to the guard. She was concerned.
I can't speak to her intentions at all. But all I can say is that, you know, she never suggested that there was anything wrong with Mr. Butterfuck.
Purveyor of goods. Your witness, and sits back down, and Swin Lake wanders over. Ikodo, sunset.
Like,
You were aware of Mr. Butterfuck's defense of the undead before this time?
yes.
Okay. Has he ever hidden the fact that he's undead to you?
No, never.
Good. Has he ever showed you that he is, how can I put this, proud of being undead?
Well, everybody's proud of their origins and...
Absolutely, yes. And is he somebody who would defend people who he felt were slighted or who were being preyed upon unjustly?
Yes. He's a very kind fellow who would never hesitate to help anybody.
Has he ever defended you?
Many times.
Has he ever defended you in the city here?
Yes.
Can you tell us of that time?
There have been several times, including against Mr. Naveed, the owner of Little Rock Inn.
Little Rock Inn.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah. So what happened here?
When we first arrived in the city,
yes,
we attempted to enter the Little Rock Inn.
Yes.
only to meet with extreme hostility from the owner.
Right. What was that hostility because of?
I believe that was due to me being a satyr.
Right. So this Naveed has a hostility towards satyrs?
I believe it's all, shall we say, exotic races?
Yes. Let us say that. So you were being persecuted by Mr. Naveed, and you see. Make a perception check, actually, or is it an insight check? Make an insight check. Because you're close enough that you'd notice this. Yeah, 13's enough.
13.
You do notice Thunder Johnson lean forward at this. He seems very interested at the mention of Naveed. So he was angry at you? Angry at what happened in this situation? Please explain.
We simply tried to enter in order to find lodgings, maybe a bite to eat and drink after a long and weary trek from Mudville. At which point, Naveed told me in no certain terms that my kind was not welcome here.
Right.
And asked to leave. And
he raises an eyebrow at the judge. You can see this very blatantly.
Yeah.
And make an insight check again, or perception check. Just do a perception check.
Nat 20?
Yeah, Nat 20. You notice that the Judge Thunder also imperceptibly to anybody else outside of your range, because you're very close, being in the witness box, also raises an eyebrow. It looks as though these two know Naveed.
Okay.
And they are understanding the story, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
I was told that my kind were not welcome there, and to leave. And when I inquired as to why, it became physical, with Naveed picking me up and throwing me out.
Indeed.
At which point, Mr. Oom stepped in to defend me.
To defend you? Wow. That's impressive. And did he have any sense of danger for himself?
No, he put himself in harm's way without a second thought.
And the court will know Naveed is a very strong and powerful Minotaur. And everybody kind of nods, and the judge nods. He is not afraid of physical fights. And when this was happening, did Mr. Butterfuck use magic to defend himself?
I cannot recall. However, it is likely that he would have done.
Yes, being as he is a diminutive fellow whose physical prowess is understandably weaker than many.
Yes.
Mr. Ooms just typed no.
No.
No. Maybe this is internal dialogue. Thank you, Mr. Okono. This hopefully shed some light on the situation. Finally, as a character witness and as a friend, have you find Mr. Oom's behavior concerning, worrying? Have you ever felt that he has overstepped the mark or done something that is dangerous or would put others in danger?
No, I mean, look, I'm not going to beat about the bush. Mr. Butterfuck is an acquired taste. He may not be to everybody's liking. However, once you do get to know him and get past his brash ways,
Yes,
he is an incredibly kind fellow.
The defense rests. Thank you, Mr. Okono.
Thank you.
Steps away, and you step down. So we've done Jojo and Ikono. We need to. I was going to get Mr. on the stand, but Matt's disappeared off of the internet for a moment, so we'll hopefully get him back soon. But just a short time later, let's have Sky up while we wait for Matt to come back. So the trimmer turns to you and goes, Mrs. Sky, to the stand, please.
All right.
You are Sky. Would you give your name to the court, please?
It's Iron Sky.
Iron Sky. And you are a mercenary, is that right? A tracker for the Droyer's Yard.
The adventurer, but yes, I am a tracker.
Was it you who found the information that led this party to the nest?
It was, yes.
And while in the nest, did you investigate the what should we call it? Whereabouts of Gazpacho Sonic?
Yes, we've been in Hellions, meeting a contact of mine, and
Right.
he told me to check with Gob Swallow.
And what was it that Mr. Butterfuck and the others told you about Gazpacho Sardak at this time?
That that he was wanted. He had a wanted poster. Obviously, being from Joy's Yard, we were well aware of those people that are wanted. So I knew the name.
And did you see Gazpacho Sarnak in this group of? Did you identify Gazpacho Sarnak?
Unfortunately, not. I was a little bit late on the scene, and as I was walking up to find out what was happening, I was hit by 7 or 8 arrows.
7 or 8 arrows. Quite an aggressive attack.
Yes, it was.
And you, this time, did you have your sword drawn?
Yes, I did.
Right. Interesting. So you were seen as a threat. These gentlemen had already been attacked by.
No, I was reacting to the threat.
But the witness said that you arrived after the magic had been thrown.
I'd still seen the goblins shoot several arrows into Mr. Butterfuck.
Okay. Your witness. He walks off. Yes, Mr. Ironsky. You don't know Mr. Butterfuck, apart from, the time that you'd spent for that day. So it's the first day together. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
So you don't owe him anything, do you?
No.
You don't owe him loyalty.
No.
He's not your friend.
No.
He's barely a colleague. I mean, he's got you shot and you've ended up in prison for 2 weeks. In the hospital wing.
Yes, that's right.
In some ways, you should be angry at him.
Yes, I've every right to be angry at him, but life's too short.
Why aren't you angry at him?
Life's too short to hold a grudge.
Life's too short to hold a grudge. But I would argue that in your line of work, there is an accepted level of danger. Is that true?
Yes.
And there is a certain level of camaraderie that you form through belonging to the Droyer's Yard. Is that correct?
Yes, I mean, every adventurer, knows the...
We must rely on each other. Even
Yes.
if you are new-formed friends. You are colleagues. You are in cahoots. No, not cahoots. That's the wrong word. Let me say you have to rely on someone that you've only just met, because that could mean the matter of life or death. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. If you don't trust the man next to you, then, you could be dead.
Yes, you are one man in an ocean of others, and therefore, yes. So, you knew that when you saw Mr. Buttfuck being attacked, that you would have to run in and help him in some way.
Yes.
So, you ran in, heedless of your own defense, and I would ask you very carefully to consider this. Did you see the goblin, Gazpacho Sarnak?
I cannot be certain. All I can say is that there were 17 goblins
shot
there.
several times, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
Who was it who shot you?
Again, I don't know. There was too many of them to count.
Right. Did the arrow come from somewhere nearby? You would have noticed that.
No, I believe that there was at least one arrow came from a further distance away.
Right. Caught you unawares.
Yes.
Now, I want you to close your eyes for a moment and think back to the pain, the excruciating, the blood, the punch wounds, the screaming of bonfires and vomit that was this horrific battle scene. And think very carefully. Was there a moment just after that arrow hit you in the side from a direction where the other goblins weren't, where you might have looked up and seen someone? Make a history check.
History.
Seven.
Nope.
No, I cannot be certain.
Thank you. Well done. And he gives you a nod, and he walks away. It's at this moment that the large German judge sort of stands up and says, "Right, we will have to adjourn for supper. We will start again tomorrow morning at," he looks at the clock on the wall, 10 o'clock. Or the sundial on the wall. The clocks? I don't know. I don't think we have clocks in this universe. 10 o'clock on morning. We will, at that point, hear from you, Mr. Butterfuck, and we will hear the closing statements of you, Mr. Swinlake, and you, Mr. Trimmer. Remember, Mr. Trimmer, Mr. Swinlake, Fathom, if there are any more witnesses, you need to let us know in the morning first thing, and we will fit them in before the interview with Gilbert Butterfuck. Thank you. And the clerk of the court nods to one of the guards, who steps forward again with the halberd and bangs it 3 times on the floor. And court dismissed. And the judge stands. Everybody stands. The judge leaves the room. And Jojo, you're actually you're actually led over to the group, and he looks the Mr. Oom's led off. Obviously, Gilbert Butterfuck is led off, but Jojo is brought over to the group, and the guard who is with Jojo turns and says, "We're putting this Jojo here. He's giving him a warning. That's it, because you need to not lie to the police, Jojo. Okay?
Yes.
Don't mislead people in future. You wasted police time. We're not going to prosecute at this time, but the guard will remember this and keep your nose clean in future. I'm putting him in your custody, Swin Lake. I believe he's part of your group, and you will vouch for him." And Swin Lake goes, "Yes, yes, yes. He's one of mine. He's one of my boys, my fine young boys."
Terribly
Right.
sorry about the language barrier.
No, we've talked to the translators, and yes, it all checks out what you were saying. So try to be better with your use of common in future. Okay?
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Terribly sorry.
No. It was a misunderstanding, I'm sure. And he walks away. So the 5 of you are left. Obviously, Butterfuck is taken back into the things, and the 5 of you are left in the hall. You see you see Coattails look kind of embarrassed, and she sort of wanders up to you all. She says, I'm really sorry. I should have said something. I didn't realize I got the summons this morning. I didn't realize they talked to the guard and that he'd wrote anything down. I didn't know you at the time, and I was just never met an undead before who understood what complex things meant, you know? So I'm really sorry, guys. I hope you can put it down to a, you know, I'm just terribly sorry.
It's fine. Don't worry.
I just
You
hope it
didn't-
doesn't
you-
go
you didn't-
against him, you know?
Well, you didn't know us then, and it's fine. You can't lie. So we won't hold it against you.
Okay. I didn't say anything about the posters.
That's probably a good thing.
Gets a bit carried away, doesn't he?
He
But
does.
I don't think he murdered these people. I think
No.
they probably shot him. You know, I think it was 6 of one, half dozen the other. He's
Exactly.
not the kind.
No. I think that is definitely what the case.
Anyway. Yeah, I'll see you later. Sorry about this. You know, I Okay.
Okay, we'll see you soon.
From the bars up in the prison, you hear "Scub!" and a tin cup bounces off the pavement.
He walks away. So we're gonna end there this week. Obviously, next week we'll come back. The court isn't opening until 10 in the morning. So if you guys had any other witnesses you wanted to gather, or anything you wanted to do first thing before the court opens in the morning at 10, you could do. Think about what you found out today. Think about things that might help Mr. Room. Yeah, hopefully that's giving you something to think about. Gosh, I'm going to need to go and have a lie down, because I played far too many different people with different voices, and it all got very confusing at certain points. I hope that was fun.
You did really well. Really well.
Thanks, God.
Good job.
Thanks, Val. It was yeah, it was fun. It was quite nice. But yeah, it was yeah. So we'll see you guys next week for the next part of the trial, and hopefully we'll see if Mr. Gets off, and Matt can catch up on what the hell happened while his computer crashed. So, or you had a power cut, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't bad, Matt. It was all good. Yeah, Mr. Ikono said everything right, and he never said anything wrong, and he didn't incriminate you in any way. So
Okay.
He's telling the truth. I didn't, honest. It was all good.
Roll deception.
So we'll be back next week, this time next week, and we hope you all have a lovely time. Remember, the maps and the kind of adventures and things, I do a lot of writing, and there's 3 adventures on Roll20 that you can pick up. Please support me. It'd be really lovely if you did, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's adventure. Big thank you to Val and to Neil and to Matt for their amazing contributions. And we'll see you